Welcome everyone to another lesson in the Bootstrap, the Python Bootstrap camp. Alright, so we open our terminal and we'll type make a directory and we call it 02 version 2. Alright, and we press enter. Then we're going to go into the lesson 2. And we're going to open it from our VS Code. So this will take us to our VS Code, and you can see our lesson 2 is clearly stated here. All right, so we are in the particular directory. So we are going to create a new file, and we're going to call it main.py. Then in our main.py, we want to import. We want to explain what is a data types in Python. All right, so our focus is to know what's an integer. An integer are numbers that allows us to store. An integer are data type that allows us to store numbers, and we see an example here saying from 8 to 10. This is an integer, and we can simply put this in Python. Now, when we want to explain this to us, remember in our previous tutorial, we explained that we can concatenate using plus in Python. We find out that we can also do that using a comma. All right, you can use a comma to concatenate your work, and Python also prints it specific for you. And to find a type of the type of data type being used, we use the keyword called type and ensure that it's covered in a parenthesis called a. So if we save this and open our terminal to run, and the control for your VS Code, the shortcut for it is Control Shift and the quote, single quote, or you just come here to your terminal and click here. It will open your terminal for you. So I'm in my terminal now. So what I want to do is to tell Python to print out a result for me. I'll say Python print my result for the main.py. All right, so it will give me what it says here. We have an integer and the value is 10 for the variable, and the type is an integer. So let's see more types in Python. So the next one we are going to see is a float. A float is an integer that has a decimal number. We can have more decimal number, we can have a single decimal number, so it's called a float in Python. So this is how we checked our float in Python. With this we can get our value and we can also get our type. So now for strings are characters in Python. There can be emojis, there can be a text, there can be a symbol, but they are called string. For instance, I can come here hello world and I can press my Windows menu and dot. All right, so you see anything you want to see here. So I will say hello world like in I, or I can put the word symbol. All right, so we have the word symbol here, so I can put the word symbol here. Focusing on Nigeria, we are Nigeria, so I will take the icon that defines the root of Nigeria clearly. So I will save that, and we have saved a variable, and we can simply print it also by knowing the type and also by knowing the value. So if we run these two together, we will have our integer here instead. Okay, so I have not saved this. So I have the first one, so let me just clear by pressing CLS. I've cleared that, so I will come back again. With my arrow key, I can move between my terminal inputs. Alright, my arrow key, I can move between my terminal inputs. So you can see the string is able to save an emoji of the word focusing on Africa, and the value is telling us is a string. So we can also see more data type like a boolean that tells us whether we are true or false. So we have a boolean here indicating if we are true, the value is true, or the value is false. So we can easily print that also by using this. The next on our list is called the sequence. We have what we call sequence. Sequence is broken down into many things. We have the list, we have uh, the list, we have the tuple, we have the dictionary, we have the dictionary is also called mapping. We have the um series. All these are grouped into sequence in Python. So we are going to be looking at one, and this is a list. So in our list, we use the box bracket to define it. So right here we see here our list can carry either a number, or you can carry a alphabet, and you can carry a float. All these are different data types saved in a particular data type. So what are lists? Lists are a series of items clustered in one. So that's our sequence for you. All sequence are series of items clustered in one, and in for list it is always use a symbol of the box bracket, and it differentiate its item by using comma, 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 and it can carry even a number, a half character, and even a float. It can also carry a list inside a list. All right, it can carry a list inside a list. So the end result for a list cannot even be understated. It can also carry a dictionary. So we have not really gone there. A list can carry a lot. Dictionary, a tuple, whatever I want to carry. So far that value is a item, it can carry those values. So we'll see how we can do that. So to print our list, we just use the value list, and it tells us the item on it, and we also get our data type. But if we want to print okay, let's see this before we go further in list. So I will just clear this so we don't have more. Then allow me to comment on the previous one we just did, so that we don't get them again, because we're going to deal on a lot of data types coming on the way. So we commented all the previous one we had, so we can easily see only the list for now. So if we run this, we'll see what it tells us here. It tells us all our various items inside it, and indicate us the type, which is called a list. But if we want to call a particular item, we can simply call a item by typing we can type let's print first. You can say print the list of an item here. All right, so that we want to print. So if we want to print a list of each item, we don't want to print each of each item, we just want to print one particular item and in that list. So we want to print one element, all right, in the list, not just that. We just want at least one element in the list. All right, so what we want to list is an item in this. So we can specify any item by putting the name of our list, which is E. Then we can put a box bracket. If we put a box bracket, we can specify either the series order of the name of the itemization of the item in the list. In Python, every list item starts with 0. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. So if we are going to print 5, we're going to print a list itself. So we are going to print just 4. It's going to be a float. You getting me now? So it can tell us the data type of that list that we are printing. So you see, it's going to tell us the data type of this particular list, and it's going to tell us is a float. So that's how Python is very interesting. All right, so let's get that. So we have to close our brackets. Let me press my alternate D so you can see that we have so many brackets open. We have the one of the tuple, we have this one that closed there, so we don't need this one anymore. So that set us really good. So now I've saved that, so I'm coming down now to run. So if you see this, so it's telling us we have this item, so we are going to print only the item list, which is this 50, and the type is a float. So if we change this now to 3, and this to 3 again, we will have a string. So let's do that. So you see we're having a string because 4 is a string, and here we are having a string. So this is how we can understand a list. So we can also add to a list, we can append to a list. Say we have our list numbered. We see definitely our list is numbered 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we want to add to our list, we tell it what we want to add. We want to append means add to it. So we just want to make it 6. So we want to append it to be 6. So what do we want to append to is the value 6 to our list here. So if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, let's see, this 4, this 5. So okay, we have 6, 7. So let's make it 8. So it's not really wrong because our it's carried, so we can use 8 there. So now we can also update it and print our list. So that's how we can print our list. So let's see, let's clear that and run this again. So we have this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we have a single integer added to it by our append. So we can append. We don't only append, we can also remove any item from our list. So if we want to move an item, we have specified the number of item we are moving. If we say 2, we will know we have to move 0, 1 to this 3. So but we say want to move this, we can really move this out of it. So that's the way you move your list. So let's remove the 2, which is going to be 3. So it's going to be 1, 2, 4, 5, and the rest. So if we are set to do, we can print that so we can see how it looks like. So and we run that. So you see we have a list after this has been removed, and we don't have 2 anymore. So 2 is gone. Okay, 2 is the value we are removing, so it's removing 2. That's good. So the specifying, okay, remove specify the property set of declaring the item, and there is, so we still have other ways to remove from your list. We have also the clear, the copy. All these are ways we can work. The pop, so we can pop also in a list is a part of the way we can also remove an item, but it moves the ending of an item in a list. So if we play this and reload that, we can keep going in a list for a long time. So you see it removes the ending part of our list by moving the 8. So we don't have 8 anymore. So instead of 8, we now have 6, 7. So it removes the ending part of the list. So you can learn more about your list by working on info on Python. Your Python can give you a lot of info. If you type Python help, it will, okay, sorry, I think it's help or Python help, something like that. It will give you help. So this is it. So if you type help on your terminal when you are running on Python, it will tell you what to do. So what help do you want? That is what it's telling you. Which topic of help do you want? So let me clear this and do this for us again. So maybe if I type on help and I need to know about a list, so I'll type list. So it will give me all the info I want to have on list. So it tells me list can update. So it's giving me more on a list of an item in Python. I think this is much. Alright, there's a way to get help I will give us in the next video, but you can really get more info from any data type using the keyword help. I will specify that in the next video. So let's get more into it. So you can delete all these previous work on our terminal. So we can see more on the rest. These are your list. We have the type, we have this, then we have a tuple. A tuple is almost same thing as a list, but this one tells us more of an item that can carry more items, whether it be a string, an array, even a list. But the thing about a tuple, it cannot be um, um, manipulated, cannot be append, it cannot be remove. All those features we have upon a list, it cannot. It allows it saves, it stops user activities on affecting the data in your in your uh, files. So if you run this, you'll be able to see it. And if you want to get it, you also use the word in form of a key frame. Yeah, you will be able to get the different type of your item in it, and you also specify that the list is fixed. All right, can allow duplicates, just like your this. So we can have 3 here in this, and it doesn't give us an error. It can allow duplicates, and the same thing with your list, can allow duplicate of items. So if we run this now, let me save that. If we run this now, we'll see those duplicate of items will be showing 1 2 3 3 3, right. Also with our list, for our list, we also see the same thing. So it's a tuple, and it works that way. So the next on our data type is we tuple can be mutable, so we cannot remove items. So it's already telling that already. So we also have a set. A set are important. They cannot be also they don't have duplicates. They can be adjusted, all right, but they cannot have more than one. For instance, if I put a 3 item here, all right, it will save that for me, but when it's printing out, it will not print out that item. It will only give me the 3. So if I come here now and I run, see, it's giving me only 1 3, but I have 2, but it's giving me only 1. Just the way we said, it can also be manipulated, updated. A lot of things can be done in a series, a set. All right, so that's that. So we don't want to see more of it. So we're looking at dictionaries. Dictionaries can also be is a set, but it's a set with a key and a value. So it doesn't just carry a single items like your tuple and set and list. It carries a key and a value for each of the item it has on it. So we see there is a name. The name is the key. Your Alex is the name. Your age is 30, and the rest. So we have that specified here. So this enable us to pick various sets items in our list by a value key point. So if you notice, your dictionary has a square bracket and your list has a square bracket. So the difference is that one carries individual item, while one carries an item with a name and a list. So we'll keep this down. We'll be able to call them simply by typing the keyword of our name. Yeah, you see this now. Call it by typing the name, not the I value, but the name, and the name will give us the value. So if we save this, and let me comment on the previous one we have been doing, which is this set, this list, and the rest of them. We'll send this file to the platform as a zip, so you'll be able to get the file. All right, so let's save that. So then we have this. So this with. So I said another word for dictionary is mapping. Don't forget that. So I will clear this now and run this. So we see we have the dictionary saying this and this, and it's giving us Alex because it's the name value record on the dictionary sequence. So that's that for us. Now we can also call age. We can also modify a dictionary by updating it by calling it through the key value. Now we already have age to be 30. We can update it to be 31, and to be updated also by the dictionary also. Then we can do other features, other stuff like that. We can add more items to our list. For you see here now, we don't have a perfection. So but if we run this now, the profession values here will be added. Here stand, then it will, instead of updating it, it will create for us, because it does not really exist. For here it exists, so it will update it. For here it doesn't exist, so it will create it. So we now have an additional list item to it. So let's see that. So if I run this now, I clear my terminal, I run again, I will have my item that goes all the way, telling me my list which was there, and the updated list which was there. And you see Python takes the information of the previous one, so it has been updated. Python knows it has been updated and carry on to this other one. We can get every item we are using. We know the pop features, it moves what we want it to move specifically, to move what we tell it now, which is the city, and that item is what we move. But we can get the index of every um of our safe variables. Every variables we are working on, we can get the index of it. So we can say index uh, index. All right. Yeah. Giving me and say index is index. Yeah, not making a mistake. So index of a value, it's not really called, I think it's an ID. All right, so we save this and we run again, so we can get the ID. You see, this is the index. It's saying index here, right? Because I called it index here, so it's the ID, all right, of a value. So it can be the this is what Python know this variable for. This our dictionary. It's called this particular number you're seeing, which is unique to it. So even if we create another um, um, value, let me say I call this name, and this, and I call it Alice, and I want to index it. All right, index the ID. All right, so if I print that, you see it will be a different ID from our, you see now it's a different ID from our previous one. Remember, we run this the first time, it gave us an ID. Let me just make it fuller so you can see that. All right, so it gave us this ID of this one. So if I come up now, I will see this ID. Now this is the new ID of this, uniquely different from the second ID, which is called a name. So that's that for IDs of a data type. So we are done with the basic data type, which are list, sequence, tuple, and dictionary. Thank you.